Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this midweek review with Mr. John. So, for the past few weeks, we have been talking about promises that God has made, that we know about in the Bible. But have you ever been made a promise that maybe you weren't quite sure was a promise? Or maybe you were made a promise that you had to wait a long time for the promise to fulfill itself. Like maybe your parents say, hey, if you get an A in math this year at school, we promise we will buy you a PlayStation 4. So you've got to go through an entire year of making good grades, working hard, going through the ups and downs, getting the good grades, getting the bad grades, and hope at the end of the year you get an A to get this PlayStation. But if you get that A, does your mom and dad remember their promise? Do you remember the promise? So there's a lot that goes into these promises. Well, our story this week is about a young man named Joseph. And Joseph is this favorite son of a man named Jacob. And Jacob loved Joseph a lot. He actually had 12 sons, Joseph being one of them, and Joseph was the favorite. Jacob actually even bought Joseph this special coat of many colors. But Joseph was given a promise. And we kind of don't look at it as a promise. We kind of sometimes when we read the Bible, we look at this as something that was a dream that Joseph had. But it's actually a promise that God is giving Joseph that is going to happen to him. But he has these, like I said, he had these two dreams. The first dream is he dreams that there's this big, great, beautiful stalk of grain standing in the middle of this circle of 11 other stalks of grain, and each one of the stalks around this beautiful stalk in the middle bend over and bow down to the one in the middle. So the next dream that Joseph has is Joseph is standing there, and all of a sudden he's dreaming that the moon and the stars and the sun are all around Joseph, and they are bowing to him. Well, Joseph does not realize, like I said, that this is a promise that is going to happen to Joseph a long time from this point. But the funny thing is, Joseph gets these dreams and he immediately goes to his brothers, right? And he sits there and goes, hey guys, I just had these crazy dreams. You ever do that with your parents? I had these crazy dreams. And he tells the brothers about these dreams. And the brothers immediately go, okay, he's dreaming that we, the brothers, are going to be bowing down to Joseph. Joseph is the second to youngest son. All of us come before him. Except for Benjamin, we all come before Joseph. There's no way we're going to be bowing down to him. So after Joseph tells them these dreams, the brothers get super jealous. And one day they're all around, they're eating lunch or they're sitting around talking to one another, and they see Joseph walking up. And the brothers go, look, there comes that dreamer. Look, here he is. Let's get him. Let's kill him, and we'll just take care of him right now and get rid of this business of bending down and bowing to him right now. But one of the brothers, Reuben, knew that if they didn't really want to kill their own brother, so they grab Joseph, they take him and they throw him in this cistern, which is an area they dug out deep that you really couldn't climb out, that was to put grain in, or sometimes it was to hold water. It depended on what they were using it for. But it was so deep that Joseph couldn't get out. So they're going, well, what do we do? They're sitting around, snacking on their lunch, sitting around talking to each other, and, hey, what do we do with this guy? We can't take him back now. We've done this. We don't really want to kill him. What do we do? When a couple slave masters come riding by on their camels. And the brothers decide that they're going to sell Joseph to these slave owners. And so they sell their brother. These slave owners end up going to Egypt, where they immediately turn around and sell Joseph to a man named Potiphar. Now, Potiphar is a leader in Egypt, and he is like the head of their security, and Joseph starts working for him. And Joseph he's loyal to God, but he's also loyal. He's a model person. He works hard. He does things the right way. So he goes about his job as being a slave. He takes the role, and he does his very best. And he starts to work his way up the ladder. Potiphar sees that Joseph is this dependable, hardworking, trustworthy person, that he kind of raises him up to be in charge of his slaves. Well, one day Potiphar's wife is looking at Joseph. Joseph was a strapping young man, very good looking guy, and Potiphar's wife takes interest. And wow, he's kind of cute. I would like maybe for him to come be with me. And well, Joseph wasn't having none of it, because he was a God-fearing man. He loved God, and he was going to obey God's commandments. He was not going to mess around with Potiphar's wife and get in trouble in that way. But Potiphar's wife didn't like that. She didn't like hearing no. So she comes up with this big lie, accuses Joseph of messing around with her when he was not. And Potiphar gets mad at Joseph, grabs him, and throws him in jail. Now, it looks like Joseph's dreams were not promises. They were just dreams. But next week, come back. We're going to continue this story on Joseph. And we're going to see how the promise of the stalks of grain and the sun, the moon, and the stars all bowing down to Joseph turns out. Because next week we're going to talk about a couple more crazy dreams. Joseph doesn't have these dreams, but a couple other guys do, and a king has some dreams. And we're going to see how these dreams play a big part in Joseph's dreams that he had when he was a young man. So come back next week. Hey, verses coming up. I hope you have a great one. Hey, I know school started. I've been praying for you. I hope school's going good. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hey, we love you. We'll see you soon. Come back next week. Bye. Our memory verse for this month is, "Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled." Joshua 21:45.